If you're fatter than ever, it might be because you decided to ride that trend wagon of intuitive eating, and we're here to tell you that actually it could be a problem. In this video, we're going to outline for you the reasons why there's some danger around these trends that are all over social media.
Are you intuitively eating burgers and french fries and ice cream all day and looking fatter than ever? Well, we're going to tell you exactly how we lost 260 pounds without any loose skin and overcame that intuitive eating and income the better intuitive eating. We noticed that 79.2% of you are not subscribed. So if you're not subscribed, what are you doing? Come subscribe. We give you 5 days a week of free weight loss advice. And I mean, come on. It's a pretty cool vibe over here. So I'd love it if you'd come join. We really appreciate all of your support. So please don't forget to subscribe.
But I feel like having a donut, Penelope. I really want some ice cream. My body is asking for ice cream.
3-second rule. 1, 2, 3. Aw, that's too bad. Here's my protein.
We want to get like deep with you here because we understand the games that we play. Like we're all playing games, myself included, right? We have to really understand like intellectual frameworks and the psychology behind it because that's the only way you're going to break through to the other side. And the other side is health and freedom and vitality. And chances are less disease. Who doesn't want that? I don't know anyone that wants to be diseased. The danger of intuitive eating is that you can't really rely on your eating if you're addicted to ultra-processed food because your brain and your gut are totally hijacked if you're on an ultra-processed food diet. And chances are you are because most of Americans are. What does that mean? Ritz crackers, Triscuits, nothing against big brands, but like honestly, when their corporate greed and your human health are like in opposition, then we've got to take a little bit of issue with it. You're not going to like be hijacked if you're eating a whole foods diet that's full of plants, phytonutrients, and vegetables. You're really not. Whole foods will get you the right way. Then you can really drop into an intuitive eating pattern. But this whole trend of like intuitive eating really doesn't work until you cut out the flour and sugar. When you get off the ultra-processed foods full of chemicals, herbicides, fungicides, pesticides, and genetically modified food organisms soaked in glyphosate, like we have issues, people, with our food system. And until and unless you stop that level of insanity and you get on the same train, which is where you're eating foods that your body was meant to eat, whole foods that are not food-shaped objects, foods that are void of nutrients, you won't have the freedom. And that's what we teach you in our program and on this channel, for sure. Most of us think that stopping this is about eating less.
Or eating diet foods, like just eating lower calorie and restricting and eating grass. No, we're not going to tell you to eat grass. We're going to tell you to learn about why you're eating the foods you are. So instead of like all the nutritionists out there that are actually being paid, yeah, it's being exposed. Jillian was just on Joe Rogan talking about this. Nutritionists have been paid to propagate this message that being fat and eating junk food is good for you. That was never true and it never will be. And let me tell you why. Ultra processed foods, like you were just talking about, is not good for our bodies. And our bodies don't need that nutrients. If you guys try to study what is an ultra processed foods, you're going to be like, wow, I can't read any of those words. I don't even know what that means. Does that grow in grass? No, it doesn't.
If you can't understand what's on the label of your food, you probably shouldn't be eating it because you'll see the word eggs. Hey, look, there's eggs. Eggs, that you understand what that is. You have a picture in your brain.
And you're not going to eat 25 eggs, but you are going to eat 25 pieces of pizza because your body doesn't understand the nutrients in pizza, but it does understand the nutrients in an egg.
Well, we make pizza whole. We make pizza good.
Nobody knows what buckwheat pizza is unless you're in our program.
No, but honestly, Penelope, how long did you and I fall for eating less is the way to go?
A long time.
So it's only in the last few years that I've realized that it's not about eating less. It's about healing more. And your body, guess what, newsflash, was designed to heal itself. So you can do it. So this whole idea about intuitive eating and food noise and restriction is really dangerous because if you restrict too much, then you binge and purge. If you talk about food noise, then you're obsessed with food and you got a food addiction. If you intuitive eat, you might be like falling prey to this like hijacked brain and body and going into gaining more and more weight.
So do you have food noise? Are you somebody that struggles with this food noise? You can't, every time you're eating, you're thinking about your next meal. I was there.
Well, some people just call that a foodie. I mean, isn't that me?
I understand that. But the way you overcome that is by eating whole foods because then you're not thinking about food all the time because you're like, wow, I'm really satiated. And then you can even start thinking differently like, wow, those eggs gave me energy for my brain. That piece of beef gave me all these vitamins that now I get to have in my body.
Or in my case, the microgreens and the almond milk and the matcha or the, all the things. No, but really, really, food noise is really just a new way to say hunger. And in fact, we have really compromised the channels of hunger. So hunger is a very deep, innate survival mechanism that is inbuilt in all humans. And it is a very delicate, beautiful system that is just about the propagation of the human species. It is part of our survival instinct. And the ultra-processed foods, those food-shaped objects that look like food but that aren't really food, they do impact our hunger signals. And if you've got a lot of food noise, chances are you need to rehabilitate your hunger signals. And it's possible to do it. We've done it. We've helped hundreds of other women to do it. And we know that it's possible for you too. So you don't need another program. You don't need another diet. You need a system. And the system is way more simple than you think. But the bridge to get there requires some education and accountability. And if you feel like you're really ready to take that on, like it's enough already. I am tired of all these mixed messages, all this conflicting advice, like how to sort through it all. You are not broken. Your situation makes perfect sense. And now let's bridge the gap to get you to where you know you belong. So that person you see in the mirror, you're proud of. You're not like, who is that? That's not me. We want you to be all that you can be. I know that's like a slogan from like the military.
Comment down below one way that you're going to start getting rid of your food noise, or one tip or hack or trick that you want to start using today. I would love to hear from you guys.
We would love to hear from you. You're not just a number to us. We really appreciate knowing who you are. So make yourself known to us. Comment down below. We really want to know who you are.
Comment a purple heart if you made it to the end of this video. Then I'll know all the people who really listened. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We will see you all the time.
Hey, we noticed that 79.2% of you are not subscribed, which means you're watching our videos, you like the content, but you haven't made the commitment. So we would love it if you would subscribe.
And if you want to join our Women's Accountability Group, don't forget to click the link in the description to join. We're only accepting amazing, awesome, and ready women. So please join if you're one of those. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and we will see you all the time.